This is the way I go home. This is one of the roads I take. It is too funny. I'm trying not to hold my camera up too high, but this is hilarious. I am now approaching Merrifield in Falls Church, Virginia. This is the first time I have come this, well, now I should say this is my first visit to this particular location. Sorry, y'all, I had you dip down. But as you can see, look at the cars. And I'm just holding my camera. I'm not looking through the phone. I'm looking at the road. I'm not looking, you know, at the, and that's the building. All right, I'll catch you on the inside. Y'all, Nita again. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back to Nita Price Plant Paradise. This is the place to come to take the time to exhale. Trust me, it's been an exhaling day. Exhaling week. Oh, y'all, hope everyone is well in whatever part of the world you are in today. I have to remember to look this way. Oh, I just showed you a portion a minute ago of the road. I've been taking this road since fall. Matter of fact, the one that's right behind me, you see cars flying by, going both ways. And I learned that route to get home because, you know, the traffic sometimes is so bad on the highway. Sorry for wiggling you. And by the time I learned it was getting dark. So by the time I get to this area, it was completely dark. So I'm just paying attention to the route I need to take to get home. Today, I said, okay, I'm leaving the dealership because booby girl here had to go get checked out. She needed to go to the car doctor. Okay, so she had got some things done on it was a recall on the vehicle. So when I took her, some issues came up even after I picked her up. I was like, what's going on? So I just picked her up from that what's going on situation. Thank you. They know who they are. And maybe one day I'll do a car video where I will let you all know who the dealership is, because they were very, very sweet. You know, I got a rental car, all of that. So I didn't want to really do a video with the rental car because I really wasn't feeling it. Okay. Girl, I told you. It has been a trying time. As they say, you never know what people are going through. And it's getting there. It's still a little like this, but it's getting there. My plants, of course, are helping me out because I tell you, they keep plant mom calm. So I thank God for that. And I thank God for each and every one of you. I hope, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well in whatever part of the world you're in. I know my videos have been like here, there, but like I told you, that would probably happen because of things that are going on. My job, it's a lot of things and it's a lot of work. So let me get back to the road behind me here. This road right back there. So anyway, the road back there, and let me close this since we're going in the dealership for a little bit. I mean dealership. Since I'm going into Merrifield and I don't want it to be that hot when I come back out because the car is directly in the sun, which is great because it's cold. It's cold. But it is that warmer cold. I'm glad about that. But this morning when I left the house, it was showing under 30. Under 30. I think it was like 28 degrees. No, 20. I believe I saw it registered. The car registered that I was in. The rental was saying 23 degrees. So, but I left very early this morning. And, you know, I made stops, got some breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm giving y'all, this is, as they say, this is TMI, but I'm sharing. I'm sharing. So, and then I had to pick up my prescription, you know, I had to do a couple of things. So I said, well, let me, after I do all that, I said, and then I sat and I ate my breakfast because like you all, even though things happen, and this, I want to say this part really, because we have to slow down when we get a little, you know, we really have to. And this little breathing thing with the little TikTok, if y'all ever go on TikTok, there's, it's like you can breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And it's like a little exercise they have. And that's a good thing that TikTok has. It's so cute. And, you know, then it says feel better, you know, and then I think it starts again. I don't know, but I'll do it every now and then. So we need to like pump the brakes, stop. That's what pump the brakes means. For some of you who don't know, pump those brakes and just relax. Calm it down. Let the professionals whatever's going on, handle whatever is going on. It was so funny. Like my family, it was like, Nita, did they tell you? I said, no. And I didn't ask. my husband even said it. The mister, he said, did they tell you what was wrong with the car? I said, no. And I didn't ask. I guess he already knows. He's like, wow, she really had it. It was like, I didn't ask, and I've never asked. And I wasn't going to ask. They end up just telling me. See? It's like, eventually they're going to tell you. Because the man said, and his name is Chris. Hi, Chris, if you're watching this. He said, did they tell you what's wrong with the car? Nope. And I didn't care. Because when you told me my car was ready, that's all I cared about. It was ready for me to come and get her. That's it. That's it. That's all. I let them, let me point this way, handle it. The people are on this side, the professionals. I wasn't going to worry about it. I just wasn't going to worry about it. Okay, now that I got all that out the way, look at that as the beautiful thought, okay? I am now at the Merrifield location I have never ever gone to, because y'all know they took my favorite one away. Merrifield, I'm still in my feelings. I'm just letting you know. I understand why you did what you did, but I'm in my feelings. It's gonna be a while. We were together too long for this to have happened, y'all. I'm talking to Merrifield right now. They already know. I mean, I did write-ups and reviews or whatever. Okay, but I'm just saying, I'm still in my feelings about it, and I have a right to be, and I hope they understand. I understand their situation, so I hope they understand my feelings about it as well. So, but this is I think this is smaller. I'm not even sure. They may have some greenhouses on the other side. I don't even know. Like I said, I've never been here, but this road that's behind me, I'll get back to the road. Like I said, I learned it in the fall of 25, which was this past fall. And like I said, it's dark. So even though this may be lit up, there's a lot of traffic, as you can see, y'all. It's even worse during rush hour. So I don't have time to be looking around, seeing what's going on and where. Sometimes I get a chance to do it, but it's dark, so I'm just following my route. And y'all, yes, I am aware of my surroundings. Please don't get that wrong. That's one thing they tell us about that on our jobs. We must be aware of our surroundings. Don't be at the door fiddling with your keys, near your car fiddling with your keys. Have your keys ready, get in your vehicle, lock the door. They tell us all of that. Even when you're walking, don't just be on your phone, just staring at it. Look around, check your 6, your 3, your 9, your 12. Check it. Check it. And you all, for kids that are younger, my little ones, the 6 means your back. The 12 is in your front. The 3, and this is my right, your left. And this, so I'm just saying this is my right. If I'm looking at the clock, the 12 is in front of me. This will be 3 over to my right. 6 would be in the back. 9 would be over to my left. So you got to check your entire perimeter. That's what that means. It's like a sweep. And even when you're walking, I don't care. Even when you're running, go like this every now and then. Go check that back. Because I know they say you never know. People can come up on you and you would not know it. You really wouldn't. So anyway, I've been, like I said, I've been passing through. So when I left the dealership, I said, well, I'm going to go to Merrifield. I had decided this yesterday as I was really riding through this particular area, because then I make a right down the road here to get on to the highway. Because I'm telling y'all, I skipped the highway because it's a toll, and it's a very huge toll, and I refuse to pay for it, even though I have it. Oh, let me put my Easy Pass. I'm gonna say, even though I have my Easy Pass about the point, but I realized I didn't even put it back because I took it off for the rental I had. So I'll dig it out later. So anyway, this morning as I'm coming this way, I said, oh, the Gallows Road. I said, I didn't realize Gallows Road would take me, and that's what this road behind me is. It's called Gallows Road. I said, I didn't realize the road would take me to Merrifield. I figured I was gonna go to Gallows Road, then hit 29 and then go down. Cause last night I was looking at the numbers and I said, I'm gonna find out. Oh, sorry. I was gonna find out what the numbers were. So that way I knew they were at 8132. Route 29. And I was in, when I turned and went up and started trying to see where the numbers were, I was in the 8500 block. So I knew it was behind me. And I just didn't know it was right off the road, Gallows, that I'm on. And because I'm thinking I would have to go up to the light here, hit 29, then come, maybe a few, can't even talk, a few blocks down the road. But come to find out, it's right here at the corner. I've been passing it all this time, but the time I passed by, I think it was closed, because I'm telling you, y'all, it would be dark. It would be dark over this way, but I think it was closed, which is fine because I get home kind of late. So I'm getting ready to go in here. I know y'all, thank you for listening to my story. You can always just fast forward if you didn't want to listen to me about this road behind me and my adventures at the dealership. But like I said, I'm very happy right now, as long as everything is fixed and running well. They took her for a ride. They kept riding her. And now we know she is fine. And let me see. What was the other thing I was going to say? Okay. We're getting ready to go into Merrifield's right now. And I have to put up my Easy Pass. I have to put it back. So, all right, y'all. I'll see you on the inside. We are now heading into Merrifield on Gallows Road in Falls Church. This is the outside. As you walk in, you will see that they have supplies over to the right. There's the cash registers and what have you. You have gloves that you can use. See all the supplies. Then you have your perlite, vermiculite, orchid bark, you name it. Leca is down there on the lower shelves. I think bonsai, mix, and you have so many things that you can use. Then you have the soul soil, and then you have fertilizers, the sprays, all of that, moss, different moss for whether you want to create a terrarium, whatever it is. Then you have the catch trays. So like I said, this was really, really nice. I loved it. When I walked in, it was very inviting, very welcoming to enter the store. There were so many things. And to me, it was a little bit bigger than what I expected, because I didn't know really what to expect. Then you have cards that you want to give people for different occasions. Some have plants on them, for people that love plants. I thought that was really nice. And then they have, of course, faux plants, shovels, rakes for people who want to do gardening and what have you. And oh my goodness, you name it, shears. They have a lot. They really do. I really enjoyed it. I remember when I had a little area outside many, many years ago, and I planted some stuff. This was years. When I say years, we're almost talking 20 years ago. Plus, I used stuff like that when I used to plant the flowers outside of my mom and dad's house many years ago. and I was checking to see if it was real because I thought it was fake, but that one, the pothos, is real. And I love these those shelves. That is real. That's a spider plant. It's really nice. And I believe the next one I touch is going to be a faux. It's a faux plant. And it was really, really cute. And I believe, even though I muted it, I remember saying fake. This one's faux. This is fake. And this is a little greenhouse. I thought this was really cute. I could really use this. Those are real plants. That one in the back right there I just touched is faux. And I just was thinking, I really need something like this. I need this for my, my allocations that I have in my container. I'm going to do a little video on that, you all. And these are some trays, I think, for, propagation and what have you. Or when you want to grow, not just propagation, but when you want to grow. And then you have the ties. And this is where the seeds are located. I believe I do talk about this later at the end of the video. Look at all these seeds. You have fruits, you have vegetables, you have flowers. I think like plants and other kind of trees that you can plant the seeds for the outside of your home, for those who like doing that. I mean, it was just, as you say, it was like a library of it. And then you have the hummingbird mix and what have you for, this is not I beg my pardon. It is a mix. I was right. It is the butterfly and the hummingbird mix. And I think it's for the types of flowers that they like. So, and because I believe that's coming up later when I get further into the store. And I wanted to check this part out first because that's something I really don't do much of. When I used to do it a lot for the one in Gainesville, but I don't usually do it. And these are seeds and for herbs and what have you. Those were really nice. And and they had some things left over from the holidays too. I'm sure anybody wanted to walk up in there, they could get it. There's some hose from, for you to use on the outside. I was trying not to let people get into my footage, but of course you do your best that you can. These are gloves that you can work with outside as well as in the home. I mean, I have some gloves, the other ones, the latex, that I do use, and I will tell you later what I did buy at this location. I will talk about it myself in the video towards the end. And it's just a nice garden plant type store where you can get gifts for people that like and love plants. This is the section that I'm referring to. See where you see the birds, you have the bird seeds, you have all of that. I remember when my dad used to get the bird seeds because he used to feed the birds many, many years ago when I was growing up. He used to always love, sometimes I would walk with him when he would, toss the seeds out for the birds to get. And this was like a really beautiful memory when I saw that. I mean, I think of it quite often. Sometimes it don't come to my mind, but today it did. In regards to seeing all that they have here. So this tree that was over to my left is faux. That's faux. It was fake. I thought it was so cute, and I said, dang, it's not real. But it doesn't matter, because some people, they can't be around plants and they can't be around the plants and the trees and stuff because they have allergies. Hey, I already know from firsthand experience when I was younger, it happened to me, and I had to be on allergy shots, so I get it. And it's like the toy area, dealing with plant related things, I believe, for the kids at Merrifield. I think it's games that kids can play. It's a whole bunch of stuff, you all. But I love that they think of the children. And plus, they have a little place that they can go to and be entertained. And that the Bird of Paradise that we just walked by, that's faux. A lot of these things that I'm passing by, excuse me, are faux. And I thought this cabinet, y'all, I love these cabinets. They're just so beautiful. And all of this in here was faux. But you name it. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I didn't want to slow the video up because the video is already long. And I hope you all look at the entire video today. I love this. I thought of the yellow brick road when I saw this. I'm like, look, follow the yellow brick road. I should have, like I was walking towards it. So you always say, wait, is Nita about to walk into the wall? But it almost looked real. You know, it really almost looked real. It was really nice, whoever the artist was that did that. I don't know whether it's wallpaper or what, but it was nice. This, like I said, this could turn into like one of my favorite spots because, like I said, y'all, this was my very first time in all the years. See, I was trying not to get people into my camera view, so I did a pretty good job. And all of those, they're faux, every last one of them. Then I'm gonna stop and look at this alocasia, which is faux, y'all. I used to have one of those. That's all I'm gonna say. Notice I said used to. I had to inhale and exhale on that because it was heartbreaking. I lost, like I said, mainly. I think I haven't released that video, so you all would not know what I've said yet. I have basically lost maybe 70, 75%. More than that, really. 80% of my alocasia, if not even more, because I only have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have maybe 10 alocasias, but they are in containers. Look at that, y'all. Little sneak peek. Now we're getting ready to go in. Look at it. It is so nice. It has that jungle vibe almost. See, this greenhouse is very intimate. And I'm using that word because when I walked in, that's how I felt. And I said, oh my goodness. And you know, that you see the pots and what have you. I thought those pots were nice. I really didn't take a picture of it. And the water feature I loved, and it was just trickling. It was really soft. So when you walked in and noticed it says small carts only, because they don't want you ripping up their plants as you're walking with a huge cart. If you got a huge cart, it stay in the other room, and you can just bring, they have different size carts, so you can always just get yourself a different kind of cart. And right there you see the cyclamens. I used to have one many moons ago. I don't know what to tell you. I loved it. I had it for quite some time, and then somehow or another I lost it. I don't know. But as you can see, I didn't even tell you what those other plants were that we were looking at next to the cyclamen. But this is the pothos. I want to say this was the golden I kept staring at. No, it's the jade. I believe that's the jade. But she was pretty. And they were hanging. I started to get that one right there. It was beautiful. I think it's $44, $44.99. And that's the Marble Queen pothos. And I believe they all were around the same price. And then what I like to call my red anthurium, I still have not got mine to bloom again. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn it, y'all. I'm gonna learn it. As they say, dealing with plants, growing plants, it's a learning process. It really is a major learning curve. You learn something new each day with what you're doing because of, and y'all, that's why I'm staring at it. It was just so pretty. You learn something new every day. You keep learning and learning. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose plants, sometimes through our own fault, and sometimes it's not our fault. But it happens. And you all, these bromeliads are so pretty. I love the top one up there, but I said I wasn't reaching up there to get it. But I thought it was nice. And then you have the Thai constellation right there. Look at that. But I'm picking this one up. Oh, I thought it was so beautiful. I think it's just beautiful. They are beautiful. I do love them. Now I know how to take care of them. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. More videos to come. But I did, start looking into the bromeliads. They're very beautiful plants. But I just didn't know how to take care of them. And I was zooming in, just to, so you can see the price of the Thai constellation. These are different types of orchids. They are so pretty. Y'all, I love orchids. But maybe if I need that little greenhouse, I should ask them, how much is that little greenhouse? I really need that. I'm serious. I'm going to really ask the mister about that. Can he get me that daggone greenhouse? And because it has a light in there. And I think that would do me justice with my allocations that I have. Okay, let's get back to the plants. Which I'm still talking about the plants, but I'm going to do that, and I might buy an orchid. I almost bought one, but I really wasn't. I'm just afraid I'm going to kill it. That's all. Or it's not going to rebloom. And that, to me, is the whole purpose of having an orchid. Okay, you see the Taneki, you see the Dracaenas, you see the Sansevierias, aka snake plants, the cyclamens, you see the peace lilies, and you see the palm. You have different palms. You see the evergreen, Chinese evergreen on the right, and Dracaena straight in front of us. Oh man, y'all, like I said, it was intimate. And it was very, very beautiful. Look at that peace lily. Oh my goodness. I remember when mine was big and full. She's still on the struggle bus of her life. But we'll come back to her another day. And look at this. I thought this looked just like a jungle. Like I was out somewhere and was walking in the woods. That's what that area reminded me of when I looked. And I said, oh, I have to pan in there and see. There's another Dracaena. I don't know which ones they are, but it's like a lemon lime look. And again, I think that was also like an Aglaonema, which is like the Chinese evergreen, something like that. Don't get me wrong, but these are the Platyceriums, aka staghorns. I really like that one that I was looking at. I don't think I was able to get y'all the price, and I don't remember what the price was because I was here earlier this morning. Oh, there it is. The price is the price is for this right here. So that's not sphagnum moss or anything. That's something else. And I just showed you what the name was, which I couldn't see because I'm not wearing my glasses to see what it is. And then you have some macrames. See, I started to get that one, but I said, you'll see at the end whether I get it or not. I won't tell you what I did get. I'm not going to tell you yet. Nope, it's a surprise. Okay, and then you have the bonsai group. These are so beautiful. Y'all, they have the different names. I don't know what they are, but they are beautiful. I thought this was cool. So cool. And then I think those are not hydrangeas. I'm not sure what those plants were, the ones that have bloomed. But look at this. Oh my gosh. I love this store. And like I said, Merrifield's, regardless it seems now, whatever location I go to, they're still my favorite. And that's I believe, the lemon lime maranta that we just saw, which is a calathea. I used to have that until it took it got molded somehow or another. It was in a kokedama, and the kokedama got molded. I still don't know what happened. And to the left over here, there's Sansevierias, aka snake plants, and up higher it was bird of paradise. Then you see the Brazil, the lemon lime Brazil, I believe it is called. Then you see some pothos. They always like putting them together, and then the jades. One of my friends, Julie, she has a big jade. She has a big jade, and it is so beautiful. And then you have the snake plants, and as you can see, producing little pups. So they're happy. They are very happy. There's some Scindapsus. This is the golden pothos, I believe I picked up. And there's the neon green pothos. But these are just, look how big the leaves are. That's what I was looking at on these Scindapsus. Then I pan back to the philodendron Brazils. Yep. I was trying to get you the price. It was $19.99, which was a good price for you all. That's a good price. Then you see some hanging snake plants. And that's some type of philodendron. I couldn't tell whether it was Prince of Orange or whether it was it's not strawberry shake. It was something else. It had a different name to it altogether. But look at that plant, y'all. It has all that pups. That spider plant has all those pups hanging. I tell you, if I was looking for a snake plant, which I did buy one, that's why I didn't get that one. I probably would have bought that particular one because it had a lot of pups. You all, this plant was $10. It was a Dracaena. But I think it's a Dracaena marginata, but I can't remember which one it's called. I don't think it's the kiwi. Kiwi, I think, is lighter. But if anybody knows, put it down in the comment section. But yes, I loved it. It was $9.99. I started to get it, and I was like, all right, which one is talking to me? Well, none of them did. They didn't talk to me. I wasn't feeling it. So I did not buy it. But it came close, and there's some ponytail palms. Mine is growing very well. I need to let you all see it. I mean, she's growing. She's just out of hand. And those are string of turtles up there. But look at those ponytail palms. They're beautiful. Then you have the smaller plants. I don't even remember what they were. Looks like it was string of hearts. Some more jades. Look at that. $29.99. They were nice and thick in there. Aloe plants. And some cacti. Y'all, I will always say cacti on this channel. To me, I just can't find myself saying cactuses. I'm not saying it's wrong. For me, it's cacti. Okay? Cacti. And see, I think this was like $4.99. I started to get it. But I said, do I? Because I think when I had my jade, it fell over. And it somehow or another it died. I remember when I had a little jade quite some time ago. And I thought this was cool. I picked this up. I said, oh my goodness. And what was the price again? I can't even remember. I think it was $12.99. I believe, because I know it wasn't $2.99. It was $12.99. Then, as you can see, there was like a Christmas cactus or what have you. And these are little plants. You know, these are things you can get for yourselves. That, like I said, you don't have to buy big. And I believe these were like $4.99. Those were turtles, string of turtles, I believe. And I'm sorry, it may not be string of turtles. It was string of, excuse me, sorry, y'all. It's like a hiccup. String of hearts. And I love this. I thought it was cute. I don't even remember what it is, but I believe this was $4.99. Yep. But I just wanted to show you the foliage. see. And then this was $21.99. It's Carnosa. And I think I picked it up because I said, wait a minute, what was it again? See, and I picked it back up. It was a Carnosa, Hoya Carnosa. And it's really cute. They're little and it's nice. And this is a variegated Wayeti, and it's small. And you can always start small. If you don't have space, just go with that. And this is, I think, the Crinkle 8. I love this type of Hoya. I never buy it, but I do like it. Maybe one day, but today was not that day. And I thought this was pretty cool. I think it was $24.99. I just loved how wild and zany and stuff it looked. I really did. I really, really loved that. It was just wild and I loved it. And it was some type of fern from my memory. It was some type of fern. Do I have a pan up? I don't think it was much at the top. I think they were just aloe veras. And here's another little, what I call funky type plant. I thought that was cool. It's called a heart fern. I thought that was so cool. I saw it when I was on the other side. And that's why I walked around. It's $24.99. It was so cute. And it's something about not having that brim around the edge. I don't know if you all remember, I used to have a recurvifolium, I believe it was. I still want to get that plant back because I had it for a while and it kind of died on me. And I love that. I called it the giggly plant because every time I looked at it, I giggled. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. But y'all, these are some Sansevierias. I thought they were pretty nice, pretty cool. But I don't really particularly care for that particular one there. It was $12.99. And they had some other ones. I think Honey Eye was over there. It was behind it, the one I just picked up. And then I like this one more that had the yellow edging around it. I kind of like that more than I did. I didn't pick it up. I think I was just fascinated by it. But I think that's the Honey Eye, that right there. I can't remember whether I looked to see what it was. It was full. And you all, and as you can see, that's the snake plant. I mean, not snake, spider plant. And that one was $7.99. If I had not ordered one already, it's coming through the mail by Brandon, the plant guy on TikTok. I probably would have picked that up. And I thought I went back to this one. I thought that was nice. I think it was $15.99. It had a lot of variegation in it. I believe it's the Marble Queen. I could be wrong. And that's the lemon line. I love my lemon line. Or my neon. I call it lemon line. But these are different types of, as you can see, spider plants at the top. Y'all, I just couldn't get enough of this place. And that's why I kept panning back and looking. These are ferns that I'm near now. I cannot keep a fern alive for nothing. You hear me? I refuse to pick them up to buy them. I used to have a lemon button one. Loved her. I love this. I did love that. It's $34.99. It's the Cutlass. I love that plant. I might get one day, but that day was not that day. And here's Aglaonema. I forget what that's called. I can't remember whether it's red Siam. I'm not going to start calling all the names because I don't want to be wrong. But then you see the Philly Fig. You see other Dracaenas. You see, look at that Dracaena. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. The Norfolk Pine back there. You see the fiddle over there on the right. Palm. All kinds. I'm telling you, I was just in love with today. It was just a really, really beautiful day to come and walk this place. I really love the fact that the plants were just so beautiful. There's the Black CZ. Then this is the Sansevieria. I don't know what kind, but I believe that was $29.99. Y'all, let me put my glasses back on. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see and tell y'all what the prices are as I'm looking at this, because I can't even see. Now, this is the moonshine. I really like the moonshine. I do not have one. And the way I was holding it, y'all, I think I put it down. I pick it back up. So I turned it so you all can see the price. It's $32.99. That moonshine is pretty. Now, let me tell you. This one right here, Silver Streak, I'll probably go back for it. Yes. Y'all, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 6, 7 plants in this pot. It was busting out of the seams. It was literally busting out of the seams. I just kept staring at it. I was like, what? $29.99. There's like 6, 7 plants in there. I said, you can separate it and give it out to people. But I want mine to be full like that. I really do. But I might go back and get it. This is that weekend. It's really long. It's the President's Day weekend. I might go back. Y'all, you can see I was doing the something. Then you see I picked it up. I'm not going to tell you whether I got it or not. But I might go back and get it if I didn't get it. Y'all can see I was doing something really bad. Leaving my pocketbook. I don't usually do that. But this place was so intimate. If anyone walked up on you, you would know it. It was like one of those types of places, which I like because I was able to move my cart out the way and then keep my eye on my bag. Normally I don't do this, but this, like I said, this was an intimate type of greenhouse. Just be careful. Don't do like I did, okay? And there were store workers at the other end that could kind of like see as well. And I think these were so cute. I forget what this is. I know it's $6.99. $6.99. Is it peperomia? I can't remember whether did it say peperomia? Look, y'all, I have my glasses on. Still can't get it right. And that's, of course, Maranta. Yep, the prayer plant. Oh, I thought that was cute. That's a syngonium, little baby syngonium. Y'all, that will grow bigger or you can stay small if you put it in a terrarium. And they were $4.99. These are the little plants that you can get. And if you stick them, get a little tray. And one lady, she was giving them out as gifts, she said. She had a whole bunch of them on a tray. And she said she was giving them out as gifts. I tell you that the conversation you can have with people when you're inside of a plant store, or a garden center. You see I think those are waffle plants somewhere, petunias. This looked like a miniature Aglaonema. That's what it looked like. That's why I picked it up. I said that looked like a baby Aglaonema. It probably was. Some of them didn't have names on it. It just said assorted foliage or something. Then that looked like moss. Then I'm telling you, I hope this is not making y'all dizzy, because like I said, I normally would slow it down, but this video is long enough. And that looks like some ivy back there. Yeah, there's the ivy. Oh, that is so, so, so pretty. And this is a goldfish. Y'all, I was shocked. I said, what? That's why you see me get closer. That is a goldfish. I'm beginning to really like those goldfish plants. So, you get the little one. Hey, put in a little pot. There you go. There's your happy place. You have created your happy place. And I think that is Idricina. I'm just not sure. Those are Petunias right down there. They're different ones. I know one has my name. I'm not sure whether it's particularly one of those, but I know the Petunia has one called Juanita. All right, now that I stopped talking about myself in a plant. Now that's an Aglaonema. I think it was red Siam. I like that, but ... I'll just leave it like that. like that. But there are other aglaonemas that I do like that are like rare. Those are the ones that I like. Why do I always like the rare ones? And you all, this is that was some kind of, oh, the other one was some kind of blooming plant. This right here is the China doll. Y'all, I almost wanted to buy this, but now is not the time for me to get it. And you'll find out why. It's just not the time for me to get it. I love that. I love the China doll tree. That's a tree. And as you can see, there's some alocasias. I just stood there and was like, oh my goodness. And the Bambino, I love those over there. And there's the Benjamina or Benjamina. I thought that was cute. And there's the fiddle leaf figs. And I think some more Dracaenas. They are the Monsteras right there. They were beautiful. They really, really were beautiful. I had to pan. I'm telling you, it was just beautiful, y'all. As they say, I get excited in a different kind of way. My excitement is not like, I don't do that. Sometimes I do, but it'll be a reason if I get that excited that fast. And here is another, I believe, Chinese evergreen. It's in that family. I don't think that was a Dieffenbachia. I could be wrong though. And I love the one on the left. I'm not sure what it is. I think that's a Dieffenbachia. And of course the Ming Aurelia, those trees. I thought those were cute. I asked the lady, did they have any smaller ones? She said no. And I'll tell you in another video when I do see one. I do like those, and they could be trees, as you can see. And look at that. That's the back of the Thai constellation, Monstera. And here are some money trees, and then I pan back, and I look at the goldfish. It is so pretty. $21.99. That aglaonema was pretty. And I believe that was cast iron plant, the one with the long strapping leaves that was sticking up. This was some jasmine that I thought was beautiful. And you all, I think it'll give you a nice, beautiful fragrance in your house if you want to keep. The lady said you can have it in the house, but I think most people also want it outside after a while. I'm just saying. I don't know. I wouldn't probably have it in the house because I think it would bother my husband. Because it'll bother his allergies. So I try not to get anything that blooms, but with flowers like that. Let's see what is next. Y'all, I told you, look at these little plants. They had so many little plants. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I just thought it was so cool. Now I'm about to walk up on something I had no idea what it was. And those are money trees. And I thought that was cool. Isn't this pretty? It was gardenia. And then I looked over. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the leaves on this bloom. The blooms were just gorgeous. It was some kind of purple, pale, yellow. Oh my goodness. It was $39.99. I don't even know what kind of plant it was. Seriously, I thought it was gorgeous. There were other ones there, but they were all kind of like yellow. It did not have this particular coloring in it. I just thought it was beautiful. I put it back because I don't know how to take care of it. That's one thing I started learning, but don't know how to take care of it. Nita, why are you buying it? It's no need for me to buy it if I can't take care of it. And they had some beautiful Sansevierias. And I really, that big one, I never did look to see what that price was. Then I'm moseying myself back to that fern, that wild one. And then I'm just looking. Y'all, I'm just looking. I'm enjoying myself looking. And then these are ferns. They're so pretty. They're just so pretty, but I love to look at them. Especially that wild one over there. One is a maidenhair fern, which is this one right here, $24.99. But I just can't. I can't bring myself. I cannot bring myself, and I think it's bird nest fern was in the back over there on the right. I'm sorry, the left. Then I see this one. I think this was some sort of aglaonema. I can't even remember what it said. It's something about edge. And like I said, I have my glasses on now. I think I'm just tired. I thought that coloration was gorgeous. That variegation in the leaf, the Norfolk pine, the marley. I'm calling it the marley. The dracaena, because I'm not sure whether it's a marley or not. I do love the marley, but I'm not sure. See, and once again, someone else always continues to walk into my view. But I cut it out. I cut it. So now I'm in another area because I think I kind of paused it so I could move. And there it is. That's so pretty. Hey y'all, well I hope, I just came out of Merrifield, so I hope you enjoyed it. Now I know they're considering this to be the Gallows Road and not the Route 29 as it is on their website. I think it's I saw it on the website as 8132, I believe, Route 29, but it's 8132 Gallows Road. So if you put that in there, because when I put it in the car, the car was not registering it at all, because I couldn't find the address. But when I did it on my phone, it found it. But I guess the phone kind of like figured it out a lot better. So getting ready to leave. So I hope you enjoy. Wasn't that so? Oh, y'all, so sorry. I'm just popping y'all around. But wasn't that nice? I wanted to show y'all the other little areas where they have the, what do you call it? The seeds and what have you. And I got a little project a little video project I'm going to do, because I was given something. You'll see. I wasn't giving it. I bought it. Thought it was one thing. Turned out another. But it's fine. It's fine. Because I'm going to have to hurry up and, get it planted so that, at least by the spring or summer, it's going to be coming up. And what else I was going? And I love it was like the watermelon, the fruits, the vegetables, and just flowers or bushes, plants, trees, you name it. They had seeds for it seemed. And I just wanted to show you all that, because y'all, that was like a tease. And when I looked over to the right, I said, dang, that's the plants. I was itching to get into that greenhouse. And I tell you, it was very intimate. Very intimate. It's not very big. So, and they don't allow big carts in there. You have to have your small cart, which, matter of fact, let me pause because I have to use some hand sanitizer. Okay. So sorry about that, y'all. So as I done forgot what I was saying. I done forgot what I was saying. Seriously, I have forgot what I was saying. But anyway, it's very nice in there. Oh, I was saying something, I believe, about the carts. So, of course, I think I saw somebody with some baby strollers in there. But it can't be that big, like like if you have twins or if you have a baby and then a toddler, unless they're back to back, that's the better way. I'm just letting y'all know for your own edification. But I did see little ones, people had their babies in there, walking, that are able, I call babies, y'all. Everybody's baby to me. But they were walking, and I love to see that where parents, because I remember when my mom used to take me, my dad would sit in the car if he was with us, unless it was something he had to like bring out and carry from my mom. He was like, here's some money, Got a star. He was happy to be home. That's just my dad. My siblings could tell you that. He would stay home in a minute. If he didn't have to go, he was happy. He's like, I've been to work. I did my part. But no, y'all, my dad had a hand in raising us very well. Trust me. What was that? Oh, and look, that's what I get. Oh, how did I get on my dad? Oh my gosh. Oh, I was talking about the little ones. So yeah, so in other words, if you just make sure you have a baby cat stroller that is like back to back, or like just let them get out and walk. And I tell you, they were enjoying themselves in there, the little babies with their one map. I'm looking at one now. It's with his father. She is, and there was another like family in there with their little baby, and I saw a couple of babies walking around, and it's very intimate. And of course, because this is closer to DC, anything, you know, you lose space the closer you get to a city, unless you've been out here for God knows like umpteen years and you got some big land and what have you, and then you can like spread you, or 9 times out of 10 you might end up selling a piece of it. Who knows? But this area is definitely not bigger than the one in Fairfax. And matter of fact, that's gonna be where I head next. So I might just stop at Lowe's as well. I'm not sure. I might stop at Lowe's because there's something at Lowe's I want to check out. But I didn't buy, and the only thing I bought, y'all, let me get it for you so you can see what I got. Here's the bag. Yes, they still giving out, they look like holiday bags. But hey, every day's a holiday to me. Y'all, I'm flopping y'all around. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to get the shine gloves because I have the neem oil and everything, and I don't want to use paper towels. It uses up a lot of your paper towels. I'd rather use something where I can like help it, because I look at my one plant, y'all. It's a Philodendron SP Columbia. She dusty. She looking at me like, Mom, you know, you could still ignore me, but eventually I'm gonna let you know you have to pay attention to me. But I should do a video about that, about how my plants probably feel about me. As fun. Y'all, it's all fun. Seriously. And say, she just neglects me. She walks past me. She hardly speaks to me. As they say, if my plants are self-sustainable and all I have to do is give them some water, they're my eye candy. I'm looking at them and I'm just like, but I think they know they make me happy because they could feel like okay, I gave her something to work with for the day when she goes out to work. But these are the gloves I got, and yes, they were $15.99, and I said I wanted to grab some. I really did. I said, because I need some gloves to wipe down the leaves off my plants. All right, plus it's almost that time of year, and I'm gonna have to get ready to cut this off because y'all, I done used up all the juice. So if I do anything, I might just take pictures. Right now, I gotta plug my girl up. I mean, I'm just gonna put her right here in my car. It's a, what do you call it? It's a wireless charge to keep her alive, because I fell asleep last night watching a plant show on TikTok. Next thing I knew, I rolled over. I looked. I said, "Oh my goodness, this phone was dead." Then by the time I did begin to charge it, I had to leave because I had to go pick my girl up right here. So I just wanted to let you know. Thank you all for watching. And I think this is going to be quite a long video. You know, I just appreciate each and every one of you all. And I think I'm going to upload this video, this particular one. I do have some more. And I started to upload one of them the other week, but I said, no, I'm going to wait. Because like I say, y'all, sometimes I get busy and I don't have time for a voiceover. So I might do a voiceover in and out with this one real quick, saying, check this out. You know, because I really want y'all to be able to enjoy the videos uninterrupted with me talking. There are times I'll be a little Miss Chatty and I'm gonna say, y'all, I'm at like we're gonna be shopping together or whatever, and we're just gonna be chatting it up. And then there are times we may not chat it up. But right now it is time for me to go get a snack. So your girl is getting ready to find McDonald's and some fries. Okay, and I already got my water. I got a water from Merrifield. They were free. Thank you, Merrifield. As I've always told y'all, Merrifield, you are still my favorite garden center. Let's pause on that note. They know I'm still in my feelings, okay? And I know y'all like, Nita, let it go. You don't let almost 18 years in a relationship with the store go. I was hurt when Sears closed. And I wasn't even on video. But I'm just saying, okay? And I do have some car chat videos coming up. And I'm trying to think, what else do I have coming up? Because I'm trying to change the formatting of my shows a little bit. And one day I may go live on you. And if I had known, there really wasn't any music playing in there, I probably could have just spoke it through and then just quickly uploaded it right after I left. But I'd rather upload it once I get home, because then I can look at it and, do what I want to do. And there were times I was talking to the lady because I was asking her, because she tell me where the gloves and stuff are and all kinds of things. So yes, y'all, I'm wearing my Cookie Monster. So if you ever see the blue sleeve, you're like, my girl got her Cookie Monster sweatshirt on. Yeah, my husband bought me this. People love it, including kids. They just, oh, Cookie Monster. But as they say, you're never too old. The child within you shall live on. Okay? Case in point, Walt Disney. Hello. Don't come for me for my Cookie Monster sweatshirt. All right, see? Gotcha. So y'all, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you for hanging with me through, as they say, my absences, as well as, just hanging with me from some of you from day one. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you for watching. I want you to stay safe, and God